Alright, working on my Bobcat S185. I'm going to switch out, I'm getting an error on the hydro pressure. So I'm going to switch it out the sensor and see if that's it first. The guy at the dealership said check that before you check the driver. So I'm going to do that now. So it's right back in here, so I'm going to take the tray out first, the drip tray. These were loose. I hope the dealership, when they worked on this before, didn't leave this loose, or I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that these were, they worked their way loose. So it's back here. Looks like I can get it with a small crescent. I think I'm going to pull the battery first. Alright, that's disconnected. 3-prong, that's what I got at the dealership. We got a crescent wrench. See if my tech wrench is big enough. Yep. And it's thin this way too, which might be to an advantage. Let's see which way the threads go. So it's going to screw in that way. Thing is loose. Might get a little hydro dripping out of here, but that's okay. It's okay. Here's the difference. This thing back in here. And this has an O-ring, so I just need to get it snug, but I just hope it don't vibrate loose. Especially since it's brass. It's pretty snug right there. Stick this in here. There we go. Now I'll go see if that'll start up. Okay, so that didn't do the trick, so what I might have to do is check the belt and see where it is. So I'm going to check it and get it in where I can work on it with the Gradle. All right, I was able to get the Bobcat inside my shop. Got to adjust the drive belt. I tried a sensor and that didn't do it, and I found out that the drive belt is loose. I gotta figure out a way to get to it. It's down in there. I gotta reach down in there. It looks like there's an access panel. I don't know how much you can do from that access panel, but we'll take a look at that. And then I still got the cover off for the pulleys. And then I got the endoscope with the recorder. I'll use those if I need to. I can see what's going on there. And get that taken care of. So far it looks like the easiest way is to take the filter off. Filter and pre-filter housing. Looks like I can get into those pulleys pretty easy. Well, not easy, but easier than leaving this on. I don't think I need to take out the battery, but we'll see what's going on there. Here's the big belt that's got to be tight, and it's loose. That's why I'm not getting the no hydro pressure air, and then it shuts the machine safeguard and shuts down. And then clean all this out. I just ordered new boots for the steering handles. So take a good vacuum to this, get everything clean. Alright, I got a voiceover here because I had the fan on. It's so freaking hot in my shop there. I could hear it banging on the microphone. I'm sure you guys would appreciate not hearing that. So, right now I'm taking the endoscope. There's a couple of holes actually in the frame of the Bobcat to stick it through, and I can get a better look on at the pulley tensioner. This is kind of where I figured out that I could probably just take the air filter off, and it'll be just fine. So I'm looking back now. I'm looking at seeing just exactly probably how to do it. I'm figuring out now that I can probably pry on top of the tensioner to push it down and then tighten the bolt back up. This is before I found out that the bolt was actually really loose. So the belt was just flopping in there. There's no wonder I had no hydro pressure, and that was an error that this machine safeguard shut down the machine. Alright, like I said, it's hot there, and this is as far as I can get the machine in with the grate all without tearing the door up. So I got to work on it where it's at. So I put up a little lean-to shade. This is what I had left over when I did my tarp for my dump truck. And it actually worked really well. I'll have to remember that. This place is too windy to have a full-time awning out there. It'll just blow off. So even though it's a still day today, just gonna get it in and get it taken care of. So yeah, it's supposed to be 99 today, so I fixed me up a little lean-to here for shade. A little piece of extra tarp I had from my dump trailer. Alright, so I'm going to take that filter off, section off, and see if I can get to those pulleys. sensor off. This pulls air from up here. This is the intake, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to wipe this off with a cloth, and then I'll probably put another clean cloth in there while we're doing this work. I don't want any dirt in there. That's after the filter. Stuff. What is this? There we go. Barely hand tight. Tensioner wasn't even tight. So the tensioner for the main drive, look at it. It was barely even hand tight. So I'm gonna tighten that up. Check the tension here on, this is the cab fan for the heater. I'm gonna check all that out. Get that going, and I think we should be good. Alright, we're going to see if I can pry it up and then tighten it up. So that takes care of the dry belt. Now I gotta do the small belt. Looks like the spring came off. I might be able to just get it with a screwdriver. Okay, just the tool for that. My dad's had this thing, I think he had this thing probably late 60s. I remember as long as I can remember, and that's at least the early 70s, late 60s. Let's see if I can, we used to use to take the window off and put the boot on our camper when we went camping. So I save it for doing windows, hooking in. So I'm going to see if I can push that spring retainer for the pulley back in the hole. These little peen hammers are great. They go on sale all the time. So what I'm going to do is, the end of the spring needs to go in a hole and pop in. So what I'm going to push on, I need more real estate than that, so I'm just going to use the end of this 5/16. I don't know if you can see it with this camera angle. It's almost in there. Almost in there. There we go. So it's back in the hole. It's not in there super good. I took some of the tension off and tried to push more in. I think the problem is the spring's slipping past here, almost like there should have been like a little retainer or a washer, but it's probably hard to do. So but the drive belt right here, tighten this was loose, barely hand tight, and that's why that caused my error. That should run fine now. So I'm gonna put everything back together and try it out. All right, got everything where I think it's going to be okay. I'm going to blew out the filter. I didn't get too crazy because I got my 500 hour oil change filter, everything coming up anyway. So I'm going to put it all back together. This one's getting kind of old. If they don't come with the next filter kit, I can cut these out of rubber off the laser. there's a bracket that holds this wiring harness. Like, it goes on with this too, so I gotta make sure it's on. Good. Too carried away, let me make sure this thing gets back on. It's supposed to be stupid proof, I don't know, let's see. I can't get a full bite on this, so I'll get as snug as I can here, and I gotta do it with a wrench. We should be good back here. Just gotta get that wrench out from behind the battery. I think I got a magnet over there. I'm gonna clean the cab out and put the cab back down and start her up. Almost missed it, but it's shiny. There we go. Let me pull back a hair. Now I can see if the magnet grabs it. Let me get you a better angle here so see this high operation getting back a 14mm wrench. Okay, I got it. See if I can get it out. I'm gonna arc the battery terminals. All right. Let's see if this is gonna start up. Well, I know it's going to start up, but let's see if it runs like a champ. Just check the belt. And it's good. Everything looks okay. Smells okay. No hydro air like before, pressure. Alright, so I'm going to check it out. Just nobody driving it me for a few days. Just to make sure it's okay before I put it into our pool with our operators. But yeah, this thing's running like a champ.